Hi, my name is Cyrus Noriella, and this is my wife Norma. And we'd like to congratulate you on taking the first step in doing something for yourself. You see, we've been told all of our lives if you do well in school, go to college, you'll get a good job and life will be great. But something doesn't seem to be adding up, does it? The reality is why are so many people on a treadmill of debt? And why are they living their lives paycheck to paycheck?
This is why we formed YTeam6. Because the reality is, in order for us to realize the American dream, we must first exercise our rights to go out and take advantage of those opportunities that exist in this great nation. You are here for a reason, and we believe that you know that your current job is not the vehicle that's going to take you where you want to be. We have a better way.
If you'll indulge me for just a moment, I'd like to discuss the founding of America and what it is that really makes America unique. At the country's founding, 90% of Americans were self-employed, entrepreneurs, and only 10% worked for someone else. In fact, the word employee didn't enter our vernacular until sometime between 1837 and 1850.
So, if you were part of the 10% working for someone else, but you weren't an employee, what were you considered? Well, there were only two possibilities. You were either an apprentice or an indentured servant. As an apprentice, you were part of a training program where a craftsman would agree to teach you his trade. The apprentice was on a path to working for themselves, becoming an entrepreneur.
The indentured servant, on the other hand, worked to pay some kind of debt owed. Oftentimes, this was a debt for life. Can you imagine being in debt, knowing that you're not going to pay it off for the rest of your life? Let's take a term that we still use today. That word is mortgage. And let's look at the root of this word. The root word mort means death. And the word gage means pledge or contract. People are literally signing a death contract when they purchase a home the way most people do nowadays. They go to a 40-hour-a-week job, which we know is more than 40 hours, and they get paid just enough so that they don't quit, but not enough to get out from underneath that death contract. And all the other debts that accumulate: car debt, credit card debt, student loan debt. What has happened to America?
Given these two descriptions, do most people today fall under the apprentice description or the indentured servant? The indentured servant, of course. Is your job preparing you to become your own boss and financially free? Not likely. By making this investment in your future, you've decided to become an apprentice, someone that YTeam6 can train and help guide to becoming your own boss and helping you live a life where you are in control.
You see, there are three things that people would like to have control over in their lives: their time, their health, and their finances. And the thing that separates the average person from successful people is that successful people do have control over their time, health, and finances. Average people have settled, assuming that this is just their lot in life. Society has beaten them down over the decades so that they have shrunk their dreams to match their paycheck. But what if I told you the same amount of effort can be used to increase your paycheck in order to match your dreams?
At YTeam6, we are all entrepreneurs, and we believe, as our country's forefathers did, that opportunity and control over our time, finances, and health is our birthright. So we are always looking for new people with that burning desire that know deep down that there must be a better way. And people that know and understand that all the efforts that they're putting towards building someone else's dreams should be redirected and applied toward their own dreams.
So here's what we do. Step number one, we get people dreaming again. People have forgotten how to dream. Your dream should be big and limitless. If you can dream it, you can make it possible. Isn't this what our forefathers fought for after all? They won a war of independence, not a war of codependence. Step number 2, we teach you about the concept of leverage. J. Paul Getty once said, "I would rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts." We also teach you about the different business models. One that produces a set or stagnant income, and another one where you team build and you create a growing residual income. And we also teach you about the most important aspect between human beings, and that is the relationship.
So, what's next? Fill out your information and a member of YTeam6 will contact you and show you how to get started. The first day of a life under your control starts today.